Hello, hello. Ah, hello, hello. Welcome to the live. All right. Just getting all set up. So I'll wait for a few of y'all to get into the live while I set up everything. Hope that y'all are all doing well. Let's see. Hello, hello. All right. Just getting my technology together. All right. Okay. Can't believe it's October. September has came and left. All right. All right. Yes. So this live is going to be pretty much set up like my previous lives, talking about like the energetic messages. Today, I really wanted to focus on with my guides the predictions for October to see like what energies we can get for the collective. I'm going to have an opportunity for Q&A, so you can check the description below. Um, let's see. Let me get all set up here. All right, cool. All right. Hi there, Sarah. So, if you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Tony and I'm a licensed professional counselor. I'm also a Reiki master, a tarot reader, psychic medium. So, if you're interested in any of my personal services, you can always check the links below. How are y'all doing out there? How has we had what, 2 eclipses in September? How has the month of September, how has that energy been for y'all? How's it been, Sarah? Has it been chaotic? Has it been easy? Um, let's see. So, past energies. Let me know. How has the past energy this last month been? I know when I talk to people about September, it's definitely been some changes, either unexpected or expected changes. Um, so I know it's been a little bit different. Hello, hello, brown sugar. Thanks for joining the live. How has September been for you? I know that there were 2 eclipses, and I felt like the energy was pretty heavy in September. Like it might not have been like personally for some of us, but just energetically, it just felt really heavy. Like I even felt the need to like make me some smudge sticks and like cleanse my body and my physical space. Just how heavy the energy has been feeling. I just feel like with the collective. But yeah, definitely share like how September has been for you all. I definitely want to get some messages about September. I know we usually go forward. I'm definitely going to get some October predictions. And I will be answering some personal Q&A questions at the end. So let's see, Spirit, what do we need to know about September? I don't know why. I usually don't go back to the past, but 3 of Coins. For the collective, some of y'all could have had some type of expansion, some type of growth, some type of promotion, maybe learning something new, maybe a new perspective. But there, I feel like September brought some type of expansion. And whenever you have expansion or growth, it can feel uncomfortable. Even if you have a new experience that you're having, it can feel uncomfortable. So I can definitely confirm that. Definitely had some growth, expansion, saw some financial increase. Page of Cups. I feel like the collective did get some good news last month. Maybe more money, maybe some type of unexpected abundance came through. Very nice. September was good for you, relaxing, had some good family time. So yeah, brown sugar, even speaking of like this page of coins, you know, the abundance can not only be the financial wealth, it can be like the quality time, those good connections that you experience, like that substance with. So it makes me think about that commercial, like, Are You Rich? And it's like family and love and connection. It's like more than just the physical. Spirit, what other messages? We have the Knight of Swords. We could have, as a collective, we could have learned something new. It could have been quick, sudden communication. I'm also getting with this card, you know, if you find that it resonates, like doing a social media detox, anything that you are ingesting as far as social media, if it's becoming overwhelming or heavy, like know that you have the autonomy to protect your peace, just in case you're ingesting too much. Because you know, sometimes with social media and the news, it will try to grasp onto your attention and like pull at your heartstrings and cause you to feel either very emotional or very stressed out. And it can almost put you in a fight or flight. Um, Anything to release from September. I do feel like there's some type of energy that we're carrying from September to October that could be let go. The Magician. I love this. So this is all about knowing that you have all the tools in your toolbox to attract in what you want to attract in. But when I ask the question of like what we need to let go from September to October, um, I feel like some of you, there may be some negative self talk, or maybe like my manifestations aren't coming in soon enough. So, Spirit is saying make sure you're tapping into faith, and focusing on like the small actions you can take to work towards your manifestations. Because, you know, manifesting isn't just visualizing and hoping and wishing, it's actually taking that aligned action to let the universe know, hey, these are the things that I want. I'm taking the action, you know, to move forward. Oh, sorry to hear that with the health challenges, but now it's good. Okay. Sounds like it worked itself out. And the last card for September, we have the Six of Wands. So this is about moving into success, recognition. Some of us, we could have been, you know, given some type of promotion, raise. We could have been told by a friend or a family member or someone close to us that they appreciate us, they love us. This also makes me think, how much have you been appreciating yourself? You know, this could be a good time to look back at September and just think about the ways that you're proud of yourself. Like, you know, you always want to think about the relationship you have with yourself. Very important. Yeah. Yeah, brown sugar, speaking it into existence. Like, you know, I'm not sure if you're into scripting, but really speaking in the present tense, the next few months of like what you would like to see and happen, and, you know, let the universe know like what you want to experience over these next couple of months. All right. And I am going to get to Q&A. I want to look at October's predictions really quick. And then after that, I will be doing the one free yes or no pendulum. And if y'all have any personal questions, you can go ahead and check the link on how to do that. So let's look at October. Nope. All right. I'm like really interested. October is actually one of my favorite months too. All right. Let's see. Okay, so for October, the first thing I'm getting is like someone baking a pie. So I feel like this month could like represent like being festive, maybe putting out your fall decorations, or making like festive foods. October could be like a month of traditions for some of you out there as well. But I am getting more of like a fall festive homey feeling. Also cleaning. I know we have spring cleaning in the spring, but I don't know why I'm getting for October. This is like a good time to clean too. Okay. So we have the Six of Coins. You know, I know that holiday season is really like November, December because of Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I'm really thinking with the Six of Swords, the Six of Coins, some of you could be reflecting on the past. You're like getting ready to get in that holiday feel. Um, October, you're already thinking about Thanksgiving and like what family you're going to be around and just thinking about the past, maybe like reminiscing as well. Oh, wonderful. Happy early birthday, October 9th. Do you have any plans for your birthday? Okay, we have the Two of Coins. So, Spirit is saying that in the month of October, if you have experienced some type of shakeups or anything like that, there's going to be more balance coming into October, either financially or energetically. So you're going to feel more balance as we go into October. My guys just said, think about the balance. You know, you can either think about the lack, the Five of Pentacles, or you can think about the success. So, you know, don't allow any type of challenges or stressors from September or the past to throw you off your game. The universe is always listening, so make sure that you are not only expressing to the universe what you would like to attract in, but energetically, you know, the universe is picking up on all those things. Even when people say they don't believe in manifestation, I'm like, well, that's fine, but you're still attracting people and situations into your life. We have the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands energy, this could mean, you know, for October, a warning of make sure you're watching out for burnout. This could be a month of when we are working a lot. I know that there's a specific Mars transit, and depending on how it's hitting your chart, we could be wanting to overwork. We could be networking, connecting with people, being social. So make sure you're mindful that, you know, October could bring out some burnout. So make sure you are resting. I know for me, I will pick random days to either have lighter days or to be off. So, oh, that is amazing. I love that. Brown Sugar, you are deserving of surprises. I have a feeling he has some good birthday celebration surprises. So my guides are also saying, like, in regards to health as well, we have the Three of Coins, so that's growth, expansion. You know, as a licensed Reiki master, you have all the tools inside of you to create harmony in your body. So, you know, of course, preventative care is important, but the way that you talk to your body, the way you talk to your cells, your blood, like everything, like your organs, like your body is always listening. So make sure like in October that you are speaking health and vibrant energy and healthy energy into your body, even if it's something as like giving yourself a hug or putting your hand on your heart and like wrapping your hands around yourself and like, you know, thanking your body, being grateful for your body, but really like, you know, speaking those good things over your body. It can kind of really help with the amount of stress and other energies that we experience. You know, so self-talk is very powerful. The way you think about your body, the way you, even the relationship you have between your body and age. You know, some of us probably have some negative core beliefs when it comes to like, oh, I'm past 30, my knees are, you know, cracking and aching. That is not a belief that I resonate with. So make sure you're checking in October with the beliefs and the words that you speak over your body, because you want to speak wonderful things over your body, not terrible things. October is also going to be a month of like really focusing on getting your ducks in a row. So like I said, that cleaning, that organizing. I'm seeing someone doing like a garage sale, whatever is going to bring more balance and peace, whether you go out and buy candles or incense, cleaning your home, but thinking about how you can kind of create more balance in October, whether that's in your home life, whether it's in your diet, whether it's in your movement, especially movement. If y'all aren't getting any movement, make sure y'all are getting some movement. Even if starting off small, you like set a goal of walking 2 times a week for 10 minutes. Like if you can get you some movement and you can get you some outside nature time, it is gonna do you wonders. My guys are saying it's not always about going to the gym. So utilizing like walking and low impact is really good for your nervous system, and regulating your body. I feel like October is going to be a month of plans, maybe planning for the holiday season, who you're going to be around, what are you going to cook, like having your mind around, the end of the year. It's kind of like a wrap up. So be very intentional with, what you're planning, and make sure you're using your energy the way you want to use it. So nobody's like draining you of your energy. Spirit is saying make sure you like include some type of creativity or fun or joy or passion. Sometimes in the day-to-day it can get very mundane or very boring. Do something new, do something different, do something that excites you that you normally wouldn't do. Maybe plan a fun activity. So very, very beautiful. All right. So for October, I always like to put like a piece in there about just mental health and therapy and things like that. If y'all have any questions about how to find a therapist or questions like that, we can say that for the Q&A. But one thing that has been coming up in session is like past memories coming up and maybe feeling guilt or shame. Did you know that you can actually heal past versions of yourself? So through your self-talk, thinking like, what encouraging words can my present self provide to my past self? And it doesn't matter if it's 8-year-old you or 20-year-old you. It doesn't matter if it's last week you, but you being in the present, hindsight is 2020. You have a different perspective. You can go back and maybe write a love letter to your past self, or even just talk to yourself. Like, maybe you're regretful about something that happened, and just saying things like, you did the best you could with the tools that you had. Things like that can really heal up past energies that you've experienced. So most people just think like the past is the past and there's no changing it, but energetically, you can still go back and heal those parts of you. And, working with clients in therapy, a lot of times that's what we are working on: the past, the present, and the future. So hopefully that is helpful. Okay, so we can get in the Q&A now. Let's see. I think we can. Hold on, where's my water? Yeah, but if you have any general questions or one free yes or no pendulum question, if I can find my pendulum. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Where is it? Is it hiding? Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Maybe that means I need to clean my desk, huh? But if it's not a free pendulum question, then I might just be pulling a card on your question. because somebody, oh my goodness, y'all, I can't find it. Okay. Hold on, I think I'm really close to finding it. Maybe not. All right. All right, I can't find my pendulum, so I will pull you a card. Oh my goodness, not prepared. All right, is it behind here? No. Okay. All right, snow fears. Let's see, brown sugar. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what messages for... Whoa, hold on. I just don't... All right, maybe the pendulum does not want to be found. Okay. All right, Spirit, what messages for brown sugar? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, I got you next, Sarah. Okay, so when I was connecting with my guides, I did get the message of it was fair. It was fair and square. We do have the Seven of Wands, so that could speak of, some type of obstacles or some type of obstacles or like bumps in the road. But you can see that like he's on the higher side of it. So it's just like a bump in the road. It's not necessarily like, um, it's not a disaster. That's what they're saying. But we have the Page of Wands. I feel like that door closed on that situation because there's something else that's going to come in. He's going to get a call back for an opportunity, or he's going to get a new opportunity, and he wouldn't get this opportunity if he was doing that. Does that make sense? And my guides are saying that whatever this new opportunity that's coming in for him, it's going to be something like unexpected, or someone is considering him for whatever reason. I feel like it's going to be very unexpected, but it's going to be something that he's going to be happy with, like almost like a pleasant surprise. I don't want to say a happy accident, but I could tell with the Seven of Wands that he is resilient, might be a little bit bruised or a little bit disappointed about not making that. But, I feel like he's going to dust himself off, and then the next opportunity is going to come up for him. So I don't know, is there something else in the works that he's hoping to get? Because then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So that's going from choppy waters to smoother waters. So things are going to get smoother and easier for him, because that might have been like a shakeup to his self-esteem or his expectation. So there may be a little grieving there of him grieving the expectation of not getting that opportunity. But I definitely see he's going to have something else coming in. And it's almost kind of like a sigh of relief. That he got that new opportunity, and like, oh, like I'm glad I did this instead of that. Hopefully that resonates. What the heck? I can't believe. Not that I know of. Yeah, I would be on the keep your ears open. I found it. Keep your ears open, brown sugar, because I do feel like he's gonna have an offer or opportunity come in, and he's not expecting it, and it may not even be something that he has to apply for, just because of his work ethic, word of mouth, someone is going to like nominate him for something, but he's going to get another opportunity coming in. So I got the pendulum, and is the voting, was the voting, my chair, it said, was the voting manipulated? And they said no. So I hope that resonates. And I'm excited to hear what opportunity comes in once it actually comes in. So maybe this is a good time for your son to like manifest, maybe create a vision board, focus on what he wants to attract next in his life. But I hope that resonates. It's always like disappointing when a kiddo doesn't make something, you know? One of mine's tried out for something and worked really hard and didn't. But you know, sometimes that happens. All right, Sarah. Spirit, yes, no, maybe so. Okay, I'm getting a yes for you. But my guides are saying that regardless of how they're using their intentions or their energy, like it's only going to backfire against them. Like you have a choice to give it power. So you could focus more on like your protection, cleansing your space energetically, visualizing light, using a smudge stick, speaking, you know, good things, protection over yourself. But them doing that is only going to backfire against them. So if they think that they're trying to harm you or manipulate you or trick you in some type of way, unfortunately, they're going to experience that. You're so welcome, Brown Sugar. Thanks for joining the live. But yeah. Sorry about that, Sarah. You know, sometimes when, as a soul, when we come down in this physical body, you know, that kind of happens. That kind of happens. So if you have any general questions, I can answer those. But today, just for time, just one free yes or no. But any general questions about therapy? Oh, you know what? I literally just made a checklist guide, and once the live is up, I'm going to put the link below. But I created a checklist guide of needs, because this is something that has been coming up in session with a lot of my clients, meeting your basic needs. So definitely once the live is up, so you can get that free resource. Whenever you're experiencing a big emotion or you're feeling dysregulated in your body, 9 times out of 10, it's an unmet need. So we have like our physical needs. So that would be like survival. That's like food, water, sleep, rest, shelter, safety, movement, medical care. It's like the basic things. But hydration and water is very important, and food and all of those things. But the checklist also has tons of other needs, like emotional needs. Like, are you getting enough validation, compassion, empathy, emotional safety, reassurance, feeling like you're understood, and knowing that, like, with something like validation, it's not only people around you providing you with validation, but most importantly, it's you providing yourself with validation. So when it comes to that needs list, it's not only you understanding what you need and communicating it to other people, but it's also you meeting your own needs. Because you can have someone around you trying to meet all of your needs, but if you are not, you know, meeting your own needs, you're going to feel like you're missing something. So like I said, there's physical needs, there are emotional needs, there's relational needs, connection. So that looks like trust, communication, belonging, affection, support, respect, and boundaries. There's spiritual needs. There's mental needs like learning, creativity, curiosity, autonomy, mental rest. So there's so many needs. So this needs list checklist is really going to help you, like when you're feeling the big feelings, to kind of look at the needs and go, you know what, I'm feeling like I need more of this. There's also identity and esteem needs. So that looks like self-expression, freedom to be authentic, accomplishment. Hence, that's why I'm always saying, like, what are your wins? What are the good things that's happened? Like, it will help your brain from looking at the negative things and really focusing on the good things in life. So yeah, once the live is up, um, I will definitely add that needs checklist. And yeah, you can start practicing meeting your own needs and checking in with yourself, because it's really going to help with regulating your body. So, yes, yes, yes. And I plan to, if I have the energy for it, I do plan to get on here possibly tomorrow, but I plan to get on here like every time I have like a shorter day. If I have a shorter therapy day, then I plan to get on live and pull some cards for the collective, any Q&As that you have. Um, and at any time, if you want to donate, you can get your own personal questions read. But definitely want to come on in here and just collectively talking about the energies, the wins, the challenges. And, if I can provide some healthy coping skills or some spiritual, tips and tricks and stuff like that, I think that that would be amazing. Really want to create like a community. And at a certain point, I will probably be starting like a Patreon. So that way, for the people that are like very committed and wanting to learn, there'll be different deals and specials over there. But as of right now, um, yeah, I will just be on here. So we talked about October, past energies. Anything else? Let's see. Anything else? Well, we still have some of the weekend, so I'm going to pull a few cards for the weekend vibes, and then I think that's it, unless y'all have personal questions, and y'all can look in the description on how to donate for personal questions. But let's look at the weekend vibes. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the moon is in Pisces. So, with that Pisces energy, this would be a good weekend to meditate, journal, connect with nature, ask your spirit guides for signs. Like, I love getting signs like ladybugs and feathers. I just got a sign the other day. It was some type of specific bird. It was like amazing. So if you get like certain signs or certain wildlife that you see kind of come up in your life, make sure you are Googling it, whatever it is. Like maybe you see a raccoon. I just saw a raccoon the other day. I didn't even look up what that means, but maybe you see a raccoon and you type up raccoon spiritual meaning, and maybe there are certain messages in there for you. This would be a good weekend to do some type of crafts or painting, resting, nothing that's going to drain you, because Pisces is really go with the flow. Maybe like, I don't know if it's warm where y'all are at, but like going to the beach, being around water, listening to water, but really like thinking about like hippie, peace, love, like those types of energies. This would be a good weekend to clean the house. Not like Saturn clean, not like hardcore baseboards clean, but if you're just like wiping stuff down, vacuuming, making the house smell good and aesthetic, I think that that would be a good weekend for this. Oh my gosh, did you really? I love that. Make sure you're looking up the spiritual meaning. I don't have them all memorized, but I would definitely type in Google rainbow spiritual meaning, because you can get a lot of like good information that your guides are trying to send you. I can't remember the last time I've seen a rainbow. I'm going to ask for one. Spirit, I need a rainbow. Okay, weekend vibes. What do we need to know for the weekends? Pisces is like, and it can be a very emotional, I want to say watery sign, but because of the emotion, like, anything in energetically, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, because maybe it's emotion of passion or quality time, or maybe you're watching a movie that evokes a lot of emotion. Um, so let's see, weekend vibes. What do we need to know for the weekend? Ooh, make sure y'all aren't burning out. Okay, because I feel like burnout is right around the corner. Okay, so make sure you're taking care of yourself, listening to your body. If you feel like you need rest, rest. I'm talking to myself because sometimes I just do, and I'm a human doer, but I'm actually a human being, and I need to practice that more. So, really close to burnout. So make sure you're, nurturing yourself, tending to yourself. If you're feeling a little fragile, a little sensitive, know that the moon is in Pisces, so we might be in our feels. So make sure you're not around people that are going to evoke negative emotion from you, or, kind of like trigger you in a sense. Make sure you're around people, 3 of Cups, that are celebrating you, that are nurturing you, that are like hyping you up. And if you don't, if it's not a safe space and you don't have those type of people around you, you can provide yourself with this validation and compromise. Like, who's to say you can't take yourself on a solo date? Like, I'm literally my best friend in my head. So hopefully y'all are being kind to yourselves with your self-talk. Look at that. Thank you, brown sugar. That was the fastest sign I've ever gotten. Thank you. All right. I feel like for some of you this weekend, if this resonates, you could be dealing with some type of grief or hurt or pain or loss, especially if it's the loss of a loved one or a pet, or just the loss of a situation if it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. With grief, for me, like when I'm experiencing grief, I like to visualize something that's fragile, because it reminds me like, hey, you're fragile right now, so take care of yourself. So for me, I like to visualize like a teacup with a little chip in it. Y'all remember the teacup from Beauty and the Beast named Chip? I think about Chip, and it reminds me that, my teacup is fragile and I need to handle it with care. Because a lot of times when you are grieving, we can like push ourselves and like force ourselves to do these things, and we don't really have the energetic bandwidth to do those things. So just try to find ways to find some balance when it comes to this weekend. What else do we need to know for the weekend vibes? Ooh, that was aggressive. All right, we have the 10 of Coins. All right, I'm not telling you to play the lottery. I need to go play the lottery. Okay, what is it? What is it? Know your limit, play within it. But I feel like there's could be some type of unexpected or expected abundance that comes in, whether someone's helping you out financially, or you luck up on something, but there's some type of money coming in for the collective. For some of us it could be something like a free cup of coffee. For others of us, I don't know, maybe we're going to hit the lottery, but there's definitely going to be some type of abundance. And going back to what Brown Sugar was saying, maybe it's an abundance of like being around quality people, or, loved ones, spending time with people that make you, that make you feel full, that just fill up your cup. We are in that Pisces energy. So any other messages? We have the World card, so it might be some type of completion or ending. Completions could be a way of thinking. Maybe if you notice that there's any like negative thoughts, I like to call them old scripts. If I do have a thought that pops in my head that no longer resonates, I'm like, that's an old script that no longer resonates. And it's helpful if you're able to find a thought that you would like to believe in more, or something more positive that you can kind of focus on. So, like, for example, if you have the belief that I'm not enough, or I'm not doing enough, maybe a more affirming statement would be, I'm doing my best, or I'm learning to love myself each and every day. Because remember, just because you think something, it doesn't make it true. But if you believe something, it makes it true to you. So, you know, remember, every day you're writing a chapter in your book, and only you can write that chapter. We can let other people write the chapters for us. So with the Hermit card, especially over this weekend with the Pisces, the moon being in Pisces, take time to reflect, journal, really check in with yourself if needed. Like if it's too loud or if you have too many people around you, you might feel very drained or scattered. So make sure you're just checking in with yourself. And the last card for the weekend is the Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be some luck, some abundance. My guys are showing me like a leprechaun and the gold and the pot and stuff. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing after y'all watch this live, after you watch this, this video, who's gonna get the pots of gold at the end of the rainbow, since Brown Sugar has gracefully put the rainbow in the chat. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna try to be consistent. I promise. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I truly enjoy connecting with all of you. If y'all think of any questions, if you think of any like Reiki healing energy videos that you want, just put in the chat like for stress or bipolar or whatever. I will be creating some more of those. But yes, I'm going to go make me some tea and recharge and connect with the people that I love. So I hope that y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be talking to y'all real soon. Okay, take care. Bye.